Good morning, buenos dias. I am Brent.may, and today I'm here to tell you the wait is over. I'm very honored to be working with this incredible development team, and today something extraordinary is being released. I'm proud to officially introduce you to CANOPEA, an exclusive oceanfront architectural community. Today, only 10 oceanfront lots will be released. In a market where true oceanfront land in Huatulco is nearly impossible to find, this is a rare moment. As a member of our Investor Club Huatulco, you are receiving full access before the general public sees it. And on launch day, today only, Investor Club members will have the opportunity to secure their lot with a 5% savings, available again today only. Immediately after this presentation, as an Investor Club member, you will have the opportunity to reserve your preferred lot and location. Next, I'm going to give you a detailed presentation on the property, and we're going to sit down with the developers of CANOPEA for a question and answer period. Welcome to CANOPEA, a project by Esencia Desarrollos. CANOPEA is an opportunity to own an oceanfront property in an ultra-low density environment surrounded by a national park, crafted to your taste and needs by a signature architect selected by you from a curated collection of maestros of architecture, with the comfort and ease of a fully personalized turnkey service. Nestled into a forested architectural neighborhood between the town center of Huatulco, a national park, and the Pacific Ocean, CANOPEA is a limited collection of 26 exclusive lots born from the landscape and dedicated to living a unique architectural experience among the native canopy. Carefully defined by an award-winning development firm to foster architectural creativity, the collection's master plan offers a range of lot sizes, elevations, orientations, and endless possibilities. CANOPEA was conceived as an architectural laboratory where each dwelling is a prototype responding within a strict design guidelines to the needs and preferences of its owner. And because finding the right architect can be daunting, dealing with bureaucracy is frustrating, and overseeing the construction of a home time-consuming, Esencia Desarrollos takes care of it all. I, Brent.may from Bayside Real Estate, am here to express the vision from the development team. Choose your lot from the collection. Select your preferred architect from our curated gallery. Relax. Why is CANOPEA different? The value is in the trees. The luxury is in the ultra low density. The comfort is in the turnkey service. The quality of life is in the design by a top architect. The appreciation is in the signature. The trees. By preserving the native trees, we increase the privacy, we generate more shade and reduce the temperature, we blend into the landscape, we reduce the needed water, we improve the climate resilience. The ultra-low density, CANOPEA's density is one of the lowest in the country, with only 26 lots over 3.4 hectares, roughly 8.4 acres, it is a much lower than the market, offering a rare sense of privacy. Usual density can range in the area from 20 to 30 units per hectare. CANOPEA is only 7 units per hectare. CANOPEA offers a fully turnkey experience proposed by a development company that has demonstrated its ethics and its commitment to a deep dialogue between architecture and its environment, and executed by one of the most respected construction firms on the Oaxaca coast. We take the owner by the hand along the entire journey. We provide a curated selection of 6 Mexican maestros of architecture. We provide and guide the owner along the creative process of the design. We take care of the entire paperwork and permits. We provide the high-end builder and supervise the construction. The architects, by offering a selection of 6 architects among the best ones in Latin America, we ensure the quality of the design, the adaptation to the selected lot, the creation of a personalized prototype, the control of the architectural quality of the neighborhood. The signature: owning a piece of architecture designed by a renowned architect ensures not only a fantastic experience, but also a great appreciation of the property. The location: an exceptional location, deeply preserved at the foothills of the Sierra Madre del Sur, overlooking the cliffs of the Pacific, hidden beneath the canopy of the native jungle, nestled between the national parks, and yet just 20 minutes from an international airport. Alma and CANOPEA form the one and only neighborhood in the area. 100% dedicated to Mexican modern architecture, surrounded by a national park with ocean views for all. Beautiful picture of the area. This is in the morning light. You see Playa Organo, Alma being constructed at the moment. We are very fortunate to be working with the same developers of Alma. CANOPEA set next to Alma, and then leading into Playa Violin and the rest of Huatulco. It's another of the same image or similar image. This is in the evening light. And here we have a beautiful image showcasing the low density and sustainable development of Alma, seeing how their master plan is blending into the natural surroundings. A similar vision is being presented by CANOPEA. A beautiful shot of the coastline, windy coastal roads. This is a ring road, nothing but national park and ocean around you. Too often, master plans are defined by administrative rules, ending up in an offering of life totally disconnected from its surroundings and from nature. In CANOPEA, the master plan is organic, completely adapted to the topography of the area, to the location of the remarkable trees, and to the views. In CANOPEA, as in Alma, nature is shaping the way we live and not the other way around. The master plan of CANOPEA. This master plan was created very carefully by the developers and architects, understanding the topography of the land and customizing each lot to its shape and to its size to allow incredible pieces of architecture set into the natural topography. I will add, we're only releasing 10 lots today. You can see those 10 lots from the right-hand side of the image, all oceanfront lots. I will also add, in this master plan community, the roads are all one way, so you'll never meet another car entering the development or leaving the development. Here's your price list. You'll always also find attached in the development. Get ready to make your reservation at the end of this presentation. The registration process is very easy. For those of us in Canada and the US, we can take a $10,000 US dollar deposit. This deposit is 100% refundable. We receive it upon the signature of your letter of intent. You may also pay if you're within Mexico by direct transfer, 200,000 Mexican pesos. After up to 2 weeks of due diligence, if you do not want to proceed, that deposit is refunded back to you. Or most likely after your 2 weeks of due diligence, you'll make an additional deposit at the contract of 50% minus your initial deposit, and then your final 50% will be ready upon the signature of your deed. You can envision an expansive villa or an intimate retreat. There's no minimum area that you can build. If you do want to build a tiny house, that's okay. You don't have to build, a 5,000 square meter house. A villa with a total area of up to 600 square meters, 6,458 square feet, with a maximum footprint of 400 square meters or 4,305 square feet. Design, permitting, and construction oversight fee. The acquisition of a lot at CANOPEA includes the obligation to develop the project in collaborations with Esencia Desarrollos, who will act as the integrated developer, overseeing design coordination, permitting, and construction in accordance with Esencia's architectural standards and quality requirements. Under a transparent fee structure, Esencia Desarrollos assumes full responsibility for design coordination, permitting processes, and construction oversight for each property within CANOPEA, ensuring architectural consistency, construction quality, and seamless integration with the master plan. This fee of 20% applies to all design costs, permitting related studies and reports, soil studies, and construction costs. No fee applies to government permit fees, mandatory reforestation payments, or taxes, whether municipal, state, or federal. The architects, a curated selection of 6 of the most recognized and sought after Mexican architectural firms of our time, all awarded for the quality and coherence of their work. How did we choose the architects? Not only based on their fame and awards, the human aspect is crucial to create a successful journey. We also paid a lot of attention to selecting architects with different styles, checking their availability to deliver a property faithful to the renderings, choosing architects with a high listening skill, choosing architects with a high capacity for adaptation, finding highly creative architects, ensuring that they respect the initial budget. Now we will meet the architects you have to choose from. First up is Rogelio Vallejo Borges. View some of his work we've selected to share with you. Gabriela Carrillo. Alberto Calleja Burasane. Javier Dunaz Estrada. Hector Modica and Carlos Ledezema. Danielle and Enrique Sozaya. To build CANOPEA, like in Alma, we're working with talented and trustworthy team from Pro Construction. Find some of the projects Pro has completed around Huatulco, Montecito Beach Village, Amanasur, private, individual custom homes, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Next, we're going to meet with the development team. Wow, what a beautiful piece of coastline this is. It's just absolutely magnificent, very beautiful project, you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Today, something not very typical. I'm very happy to have the developers of CANOPEA here just to answer a few questions for us. So such an honor to have you guys in the office today.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So tell me, what was the inspiration behind the original vision of CANOPEA, and how does it redefine oceanfront living here in Huatulco?
I think mostly it's all about architecture in the end. Today you're talking about lots, but more than anything, we are talking about architecture. And the thing is, the two of us, we have a real passion for architecture. Something that can really change your life, transform your life for the good or the bad sometimes. But it all happened to us. Sometimes you get into a place and you feel very good instantly or very bad. This is the power of architecture. And we've been following a lot of architects for years now. And the goal when we started developing several years ago was always to be focused on sustainability and nature, and also architecture. These are the pillars of what we're doing. And the architectural part, I mean, architecture is a major art form. It takes years and years to learn and practice and get to the point where people can really create a place for yourself in the right way and listen to you. So we definitely love architecture, and we wanted to bring that to our client, to your customers as well, and to get them the opportunity to really go into a process, a journey, an architectural journey with some architects that are really impressive. We just love them. We spend a lot of time talking with them, sometimes working with them, and it's something that can really change the way you feel in the place where you live, where you work. So that's the goal, more than anything.
And I think generally speaking, we see a lot of this already on the coast. If you go to Puerto Escondido, if you go to Mazunte, it has not happened so much yet in Huatulco for many reasons, probably because Fonatur imposed a lot of very difficult rules for architects from the beginning. And then probably there was not the same kind of clientele. But we do see people that are looking for this kind of really beautifully designed homes, not necessarily huge, but beautifully designed homes and great architects also in this area of the coast. So we're definitely getting inspired by what's happening not far from us here.
Yeah.
And the general vision, just to get back to your question, I think this place, we are the developers of Alma as well. And CANOPEA is just sitting next to Alma. Yeah. And this place is very special for us. And I think it's also very special to Huatulco, because if you think about it, when you get out of Santa Cruz, for example, on a boat, and you go to the national park and you go to spend a day in the national park, the last place that you can see that is urbanized, which is built, are going to be CANOPEA and Alma. And it's very important for us to be very respectful of this area. So you can tell with Alma that we are already blending into the landscape, and CANOPEA is exactly going into the same direction. And the goal is to create like a transition between the built and the unbuilt, with something which is very delicately installed in the landscape. So the vision for us from day one was to bring to this special location a collection of fantastic architects and ask them to design pieces of architecture tailor-made for the needs of the clients, and each house is different from each house.
We spoke in the past how quality design does not necessarily have to come at a higher cost. Can you explain how CANOPEA delivers architectural excellence without inflating the construction budget?
I mean, the fact that architecture could be more costly is a myth. It comes from some architects sometimes in the past, or it still does exist, but we call them the star architects, and sometimes they tell you it's going to cost 100, and it ends up costing twice or 3 times the price. But the everyday architect you work with when you build a house, it's not the case. 90% of the architects are people that are able to listen to your client, to listen to their needs, but also listen to their price point and their budget. And a very good architect, in our opinion, is someone who can really respect a budget. And more than that, if you work with talented architect, most of the time you can save a lot of money. Right. Because a good design and a good quality of design can really improve everything from the conception, the consumption as well, but also on the materials, on the way you're going to build, on the process itself. You can save a lot of money thanks to these people.
Right.
And actually, at the end of the day, it's not so much about it's not the architecture that costs. It's the finishes potentially that can cost. Whether you want this kind of windows or this kind of windows, whether you want this kind of paint on your wall or this kind of paint, or if you want a marble floor versus a concrete floor, this is what can cost. But architects can adapt to your budget. It can be done at a higher cost or at a lower cost. The quality of the design is what we're actually talking about, the beautiful lines, the purity of it. And this can be done and achieved with a lot of different kind of materials, including some materials that you find on the lots, like we're using the stone that we find on the lot, and this comes, free
Free,
basically,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's a big labor behind it and that cost, but some of the things you will find on your lot are free. And architects know how to do this. It's just a matter of defining with them what is your budget and where you can go so that they choose the right finishes for you.
Right. And just adding to that, the design also affects the cost of living after someone moves in as well, so.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
So one thing that really sets CANOPEA apart is the absence of a minimum build size. Why was it important to allow owners the flexibility to build smaller, design-driven home if they choose?
Yeah.
It has to be open to what you want to do.
And what you can do.
Or what you can do. Also. Architecture, once again, it's not about a mansion extremely enormous. It doesn't have to. It can be, but it doesn't have to. For example, one of the architects that you just presented designed and built a house which is less than 60 square meters, so 600 square feet. It's a tiny house, but everything is there, and it's beautifully conceived and designed and executed. And I'd love to live in this house. And actually, this is the kind of house you can see in architectural magazines. So it's a good job, even if it's 60 square meters.
Sure.
So we want to provide to customers the opportunity to have a place to express themselves. And we want to offer to the architect a place where they can express their creativity and blend all together and build something incredible. So our job, our role for the two of us is to be in the middle and help all the people to achieve this goal and create something extraordinary. It could be 60 square meters, 100 square meters, or 1,000 square meters. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, these lots are made for what is called single family homes. So at the end of the day, as long as there's a bedroom, a bathroom, a living room, and sort of a little kitchen, it's a home. Not everybody needs 5,000 square feet. Some people do. Some people have a big family. Some people don't. Some people do not want. There's a big trend in downsizing across the world in going more minimal. And I think it's totally valid. And there is no reason why we wouldn't make this possible if it's architectural.
Sure.
I think it's just totally valid, and it's actually, it can be really nice.
It's a matter of quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, quality. There you have it. Size doesn't matter, folks. So.
Yeah, right. We said it.
True oceanfront land here in Huatulco is nearly impossible to find today. So what makes these 10 lots uniquely irreplaceable?
I mean, we all know that in Huatulco, the national park grew up a lot. When we arrived 5 years ago, it was 50% of Huatulco, which was classified as national park. And now it's 70%. So, which is great news actually, because we always tend to say that this place, Huatulco, has something special in Mexico. And it's getting into a direction which is very respectful to nature, like some countries like Costa Rica, for example. And they made a very good example in Costa Rica because they have a very good level of quality tourism, very focused on outdoor and nature. And Huatulco is going into the same direction, and we like it very much. Mm-hmm. So we try to be part of this movement. But the figures are here. I mean, if you are looking for a lot oceanfront now and you want to build something on this lot, there is not a lot. Oh. I mean, the offer is very scarce. And what we tend to see is that the demand is going high. We see more and more demand. We have more and more leads, and we see more and more people buying in Huatulco. But the offer is scarce. So compared to a few places where sometimes the market can go crazy and it can explode, but we all know that it's just all about speculation. You know that it's a bubble, and the bubble is going to explode at one point and sometime very soon. The good point that we see with Huatulco and what is happening now, the market is going to the right direction. I mean, in a healthy way. We don't see crazy stuff. Driven by demand. Yeah. So the price is made by the demand. So I think that someone who is buying a lot now is talking, and you mentioned that before, is talking about the legacy. And I don't like when I see people buying a lot for making money in 5 years. That's not the point. When you buy a lot, in our opinion, and you build something, this is a legacy, and it's something that you can focus for the 15, 20, 30 plus years. So I think it's what is happening now.
Yeah, and going back to your question slightly, it's also, I mean, those lots are unique in the sense, as you were saying just before, that they are a transition between the built and the unbuilt. And you know for a fact that because it's all preserved around them, that it will not be overbuilt. It will not be built at all, as a matter of fact. And you will be surrounded by other architectural pieces made by great architects. And this does not happen a lot in the world, where you know you have this security on the long term that you will be surrounded by just great things and good looking stuff. If you look at like Conejos, Arrocito, all of those places, you find some small lots that have a good ocean view, but you don't necessarily like what's built around you. Or sometimes you buy really ahead in advance, ahead of all the others, and then all of your neighbors, what they built in the future, you don't like it either.
Or you don't know what they're going to do.
You don't know what they're going to do, but sometimes you're surprised, you don't like it. And in this case, the advantage of those lots is it's a preserved bubble where you know that what's going to happen is only high quality and designed by great architects. And I think that's a really strong point for them.
Yeah, it's great. It's unique. And I would say it's going to become, the design architectural artist row here in Huatulco. So looking forward to see that happening. And and then also having that control in a community is so important. So I'll attest the demand is there for Oceanfront lots and builds. So so CANOPEA is described as an architectural community. How do you maintain cohesive world-class design while still allowing each home to be completed in a custom fashion?
It's all about the concept itself. This is what you just presented, but what we're bringing to people now, it's a gallery of architects. And these architects are all really incredible architects. So when you buy a lot and you build your house, which is going to be a tailor-made house based on your needs, based on your budget, in the lot that you decided to buy, you know that your neighbors are going to go into the exact same process. So all the villas that are going to be built around your villa are going to be made by one of these 6 fantastic architects, following the rules that we're going to have in the community. And these rules are really helpful to be cohesive and to maintain a good sense of community. And this is the way you control the environment. And being, as Noemi just mentioned, but being in a controlled environment. I mean, imagine just a second, we are in CANOPEA in a few years and it's done. It's finished. Everything is built. What is around you? You enter into the property, you go to your villa, and you go in the road, the small, beautiful road inside, very organic master plan, as you explained. And you get to your property and you just saw a couple of fantastic houses around you, all different from different architects and with different styles. And around it, you just have nature, and that's it. Your only neighbor is going to be Alma, and Alma share the exact same DNA, focused on architectural and especially Mexican modern architecture and nature and sustainability. So it's going to be, like you just said, an entire neighborhood focused on these 2 pillars.
And obviously we haven't chosen architects that are mostly specialized in 15 floor, 20 floor kind of buildings. We've mostly chosen those that have in their vision and in their DNA the integration within the nature. And that's how we respect actually the design for all of them. It will be cohesive because it will be hidden, it will be integrated. But whether you choose stone as your main building material or concrete, it does not matter. It can still be very cohesive if the architects are actually all in line with one vision, which is to serve the purpose of the people who will live there and to respect the nature that's around them.
Yeah.
And they're all very excited by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all inspired from the land, the topography of the land and so on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen to the land always.
Very exciting. From a developer's perspective, why will early buyers of CANOPEA look back in 5 or maybe 10 years from now and feel they've really secured something special?
I think what we just mentioned is one of them. Knowing what is going to be your surroundings, it's pretty rare. Most of the time, you've got 2 options. You buy in a place which is already built and you know what it's going to be in the future. Or you build in a place where everything is going to be built and you just guess and you hope. So having this certainty is something quite special and pretty rare in the market, generally speaking, not only in Huatulco, not only in Mexico, but generally speaking. So I do think that it's a good move. And in 5 years from now, probably they're going to have a very, very good appreciation of their property. And I can add the fact that when you own a villa that has been designed by one of these architects, just the name of this architect, let's be honest about it, just the name of an architect sometime can really improve the value of your property in the future.
Absolutely.
Because people know that they're going to buy and experience something special. But more than anything, to answer your question, when they're going to be in 5 years or 10 years from now, when they're going to look back at the past, hopefully they have a good appreciation. But mostly what is important for us, and we really hope that they're going to enjoy the place.
Yeah.
And they will have spent 5 or 10 years of living a great adventure in Huatulco and a great experience with something which is really linked to them, to their way of living. We're not selling investment. We're selling a lifestyle and we're selling an experience and a journey. So this is what we hope for.
Yeah, lots of wonderful memories to be made in
Exactly.
in a beautiful place.
It relates a lot to collection cars. We talk about this sometimes.
It's true.
A collection car is so much nicer when you enjoy the car. You can buy a collection car just for the collection. You can. It's a valid point. You will make money over time. But if you enjoy it and if you drive it, it's so much nicer.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, wonderful, you guys. There you have it. A very rare, up and close and personal conversation here with Frederick and Naomi, the developers of CANOPEA. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. It's a very exciting time right now. These lots are extremely rare. The opportunity is extremely rare. I've been working with these guys for a while now. I can say they have a extreme attention to detail. So I can attest they're going to be very well taken care of. And right now is the most exciting part. We're officially opening sales. So make sure you're in touch with your Bayside agent. We are now officially accepting reservations for CANOPEA. I am Brent May. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Frederick and Naomi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you for having us.